Last week for Technical Tuesday, we talked about feed regulation. This week, let's step across the feed room and talk a little bit about the regulation of supplements. Unlike our feed, here in the US, supplements are not well regulated. There's no one checking that they're meeting a guaranteed analysis, and there's no requirement that they're proven effective. There is a bit of oversight in the sense that they shouldn't be making drug claims. And that's the first red flag I want to talk about this week. What are the things that should make you pause when it comes to a supplement, or that you should keep in mind when selecting a supplement for your horse? Again, the first one is this idea of a drug claim. If a supplement is telling you that it can treat a disease or an ailment in your horse, you should probably run the other way, because that is in fact not even legal. So they can do things like support, but they can't do things like relieve ulcers or reduce pain. Again, those are drug claims. Another red flag that I would be concerned about in terms of a supplement are things called proprietary blends. And that's essentially where they're unwilling to tell you what's inside. It might say a proprietary herbal blend, for example. Well, I don't know about you, but if I don't know what it is, I don't think I probably want to feed it to my animal. The next thing that we want to think about is the idea of these all-in-one products. Sometimes supplements are too good to be true, and it's not likely that one ingredient is going to solve your joint problems, your GI problems, improve your hoof quality, and change your horse's behavior. So when I'm looking at supplements, I'll typically find something that's research tested that has a single or maybe one or two ingredients that together have been shown to actually improve the condition I'm trying to treat. So I'll use it more as a solution to a problem than a larger fix-all. A good example of this is a supplement that I do reach for on occasion for metabolic horses, something called chromium. So chromium is a nutrient that has been shown to improve the glucose uptake into cells, meaning that higher levels of glucose in the bloodstream can get taken into cells, kind of in a similar way to how we expect insulin to function. So this can have some benefit for these metabolic horses. If I'm looking for a chromium supplement, I'm going to look for something that really has that ingredient, and also in the form that it's been tested in research and in the amount. And that's another key point, is that we always want to make sure that the amount of the active ingredient being provided to our animals is going to be that which is going to be helpful to them. A spot where I see this coming into play is something like an amino acid supplement. There are products on the market that may have lots of amino acids in them, but when we look at the level at which those amino acids are provided, it's really a drop in the bucket compared to what your horse can get out of its normal daily feed ration. In that case, it makes you wonder, just how beneficial is that actually going to be? The idea is good. Amino acids, for example, are a great thing, but the amount provided by the product is not enough to make the difference it's claiming to make. So those are just a few of the things that I think about when it comes to selecting supplements. And again, remember, while your feed is heavily regulated, those supplements are not. So use them with caution. See you next week for another Technical Tuesday.